A whispered plea from a young prince that a look of panic exchanged between two future kings. And within the ancient walls of Buckingham Palace, a silence so profound it can only mean one thing: fear. This isn't a story about a tantrum or a bad day. This, according to insiders, is the moment the House of Windsor's carefully laid plans for the next century collided with a simple, human truth. This is Royal Report 24/7, and we are tracking a development so sensitive, the palace would rather you believe it never happened. But the sources are speaking from the edges of the inner circle, and what they describe is not a procedural crisis, but an emotional earthquake. Subscribe now and hit the bell, because when the youngest heir's vulnerability triggers a protocol-altering panic, the future itself is being rewritten in real time. Share this video. This is about the one thing the monarchy can never fully control: a child's heart. The scene, as pieced together from fragmented reports by those with connections to the royal household staff, is both ordinary and deeply symbolic. It occurred during a high-profile public event, one of those glittering, noisy, overwhelming state occasions that are the hallmark of royal life. Prince Louis, known for his vivacious and unfiltered charm, was performing his role, waving, smiling under the blazing sun or the flash of 1,000 cameras. But the pressure cooker of the moment, the heat, the noise, the sheer weight of expectation, finally breached the walls of his 4-year-old resilience. And in that moment of overwhelm, he didn't ask for an aid. He didn't look for a comforting, familiar face in the crowd. He turned, as any child would, to the one source of absolute safety in his world. He asked for his mother. Let's analyze why this allegedly caused such a deep institutional reaction. First, the immediate optics. The image of a future king's child in distress, calling for a mother who has been the subject of global concern and intense speculation, is a public relations minefield. It instantly, viscerally connects Catherine's health struggles to the direct, emotional well-being of her children. It makes her condition not a private medical matter, but a cornerstone of national stability. For the palace communicators, whose entire strategy has been to project calm and control, this was a live, uncontrollable eruption of truth. Second, and far more profoundly, it struck at the heart of a looming succession anxiety. King Charles is monarch. Prince William is the steadfast heir. But Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are the long-term future. Their normalcy, their happiness, their successful adjustment to this bizarre life is the single most important investment the monarchy makes. Prince Louis, with his spontaneous charm, has become a particular symbol of that hoped-for normal modern royal childhood. To see him publicly overwhelmed and seeking a comfort that the system could not immediately provide was, as one source phrased it, a direct challenge to the viability of the model. It asked a terrifying question: can this institution, with all its archaic pressure and ritual, truly nurture the children it needs to survive? Now, let's delve into the reported fallout. According to whispers from staff familiar with the Wales household schedule, this incident triggered an immediate and top-level reevaluation. Meetings were convened not about PR, but about protection. The insiders claim a new, ironclad directive emerged. The public exposure of the Wales children, especially Louis, is to be scaled back dramatically and until further notice. No more being thrust into the front row of major events for the time being. His appearances are to be rarer, shorter, and crucially, only in environments where Catherine is not just present, but able to be physically and attentively proximate. The child's need has rewritten the palace diary. This, of course, creates a monumental tension. The public appetite for the heir and spare of the next generation is enormous. They are a huge part of the monarchy's soft power and popularity. To withdraw them is to dim a major source of light. But the alleged panic suggests a calculation has been made. The risk of another mummy moment, another visible crack in the flawless facade, is far greater than the reward of a cute wave. They are choosing to protect the child's psyche over the public's demand for access, a startling and perhaps unprecedented prioritization. But the most poignant layer of this story is what it reveals about William. Witnesses to the event described the Prince of Wales's reaction as one of instant, gut-level focus. The report says he moved not with royal poise, but with paternal speed. In that moment, he wasn't the future king managing an image crisis. He was a father seeing his son's distress and his wife's concurrent struggle, trapped in the unbearable spotlight he was born into. Insiders suggest this incident has hardened William's resolve on a key issue: the fiercely guarded privacy of his children. He is said to be the driving force behind the new protective measures, willing to defy even the traditionalist courtiers who see the children as public assets. The boy's plea for his mother may have inadvertently empowered his father to draw a line in the sand. The historical echoes are deafening. Every royal insider hears the ghost of a young Prince Charles, left to wave alone on balconies, or a young Prince William, bravely walking behind his mother's coffin. The fear of repeating the traumas of the past is the single greatest motivator for William and Catherine's generation. Prince Louis's moment of public vulnerability is a stark warning that history could rhyme, despite their best efforts. The palace's panic, therefore, isn't just about today's headlines. It's a panic about legacy, about breaking a cycle of emotional neglect that has haunted the Windsor line for generations. So, where does this leave the family firm? In a precarious, but perhaps more human, position. They have been forced to acknowledge a truth every ordinary parent understands. A child's needs are non-negotiable, even if that child will one day be expected to embody the crown. The monarchy's greatest challenge in the 21st century is no longer just staying relevant. It's staying humane enough to produce emotionally intact individuals capable of bearing its unimaginable weight. Prince Louis, with a single, innocent request, may have just become the most powerful advocate for change within the system. A system now scrambling to protect him from its own demanding glare. If you believe the most revealing royal stories are written not in proclamations, but in the unguarded moments between them, then your perspective is vital here. This is the essence of Royal Report 24/7. We listen for the whispers behind the throne, especially when they come in the voice of a child. To follow this story as the palace adjusts its entire strategy, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. The future of the monarchy is being reshaped in the nursery, and the call for mummy was the catalyst. Like this video, if you see the profound significance in this moment, and share it to spread this crucial conversation. How much of a childhood is the crown entitled to? The palace is now in a race against time, to build a wall high enough to protect a little boy before the weight of his future birthright closes in. And we will be here, watching 24/7.